Grant, and I approve this message.
I imagine there's a woman inside each of us. One without the doubts of self-expression. One with the confidence to seize the day. One who isn't afraid to fall in love. She is beautiful the way she is. And her jewelry from Windsor is just a reminder.
Watch 1226 on your side, wherever you go. On your side, this is News 12 at 5:30.
In the next half hour, we expect to get updates from a couple of our school districts about how they're dealing with the pandemic. Columbia County leaders just getting started with their meeting. Celeste Springer breaks down what we can learn from them.
Well, we can't expect middle schoolers to switch from virtual to in-person or vice versa is officially closed. On September 8th, the district said 296 students opted to switch for the second 9-week school period. High schoolers can't switch from learn from home until the end of the semester. In Aiken County, they're going to discuss fall sports. That's on the table tonight. We're not exactly sure, but we do know last Friday the district announced that ticket sales were going to go contactless. That meeting is at 6. We'll update you here on air about both counties as they move forward.
A lot of decisions to be made as we head into the fall with the COVID, the virus still among us. So also making news today, the first presidential debate has been set.
All this information and links to register are on our website, wrdw.com.
New details just coming into our newsroom about an accident involving a child on a bike in Edgefield County. We reported it on an earlier newscast. Troopers say a 9-year-old girl was riding her bike on Hickory Hill Drive when she tried to stop, but her brakes weren't working. They say she went into the intersection at Gregory Lake Road and ran into the side of a car. She was taken to a hospital, but troopers say she is going to be okay, and there won't be any charges against the driver of that car. Okay, more news after a check of the weather. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Riley Hill as we have a live look there at I-20 in Grovetown.
Hey, first day of fall, Richard, is actually feeling like it for us. So a rare situation for us here in the CSRA, actually getting fall temperatures right on schedule. Beautiful day to be out on the Savannah River. You can still see it's running a little bit high here, but nice outlook courtesy of EarthCam. Temperature-wise, again this afternoon, we stayed well below normal, stayed in the mid-70s for highs again, and now starting to drop them off down to 73 after hitting a high around 75 here in Augusta. Now, most of us are staying in the low 70s, especially along and north of I-20. If you're south of Augusta, you're still seeing mainly mid to low 70s out there, but everybody expect to cool back off into the 50s again late tonight into early Wednesday morning. Notice a few clouds out of our tower cam out there, and these clouds are actually thanks to Tropical Depression Beta. So we'll take a look at how this system impacts us later this week in just a little bit.
Riley, thanks very much. The Atlanta Falcons and Atlanta United will allow fans in limited capacity in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. That begins with the Falcons home game versus Carolina Panthers October the 11th. The decision based on several factors, including the recent decline in COVID cases in the state.
3 NFL teams are being fined hundreds of thousands of dollars after their head coaches were spotted not wearing a mask on the sidelines this weekend. That's Seattle Seahawks Pete Carroll, Denver Broncos Vic Fangio, and 49ers Kyle Shanahan. The NFL fined each of them $100,000 and then fined each team $250,000. So these are expensive mask violations. And during last night's game between the New Orleans Saints and Las Vegas Raiders, coaches Sean Payton and John Gruden were spotted not wearing masks either. A reporter asked Coach Gruden about it after the game.
I'm doing my best. You know, I've had the virus, okay? I'm doing my best. I'm very sensitive about it, but I'm calling plays. I just want to communicate in these situations, and I apologize. And if I get fined, I will have to pay the fine. But, you know, I'm very sensitive about all of that, and I apologize.
No decision's been announced quite yet about whether fines are headed their way as well, but it sounds like they are taking it very seriously at the NFL level. We're now learning about thousands of COVID-19 test results in South Carolina. They're just now being reported, and DX says these were tests done at AU Health. They add up to about 15,000 COVID test results from March up until now.
In other words, the whole span of this pandemic. DHEC says the newly reported data includes 13,000 negative tests and 2,000 positive ones. They say it's all data they're seeing for the first time now. And because of this, South Carolina's total positive cases jumping by almost 3,000 new cases today. We are reaching out to AU Health to hear from them about this delay. But meanwhile, Georgia is seeing less than 1,000 new cases today. There are 882 new cases, also 73 new deaths. Meanwhile, the CDC will delay a vote on who should get a coronavirus vaccine first. The vote was expected to happen today, but now the panel says they need more time. A committee member says there's general agreement among the group that frontline healthcare workers should be the first to get a vaccine when a vaccine is approved, but it's not clear who should be next in line. Checking the COVID cases at our local hospitals, AU Health reporting 36 new cases today. They have 29 current inpatients. University Hospital with 1 new case, that's a good number. They have 37 COVID-19 patients now. Doctors Hospital reporting 2 new positive cases today, another low number, and they have 11 people being treated now for COVID-19 in the hospital. And the Charlie Norwood VA with 1 new virus case. Police in Louisville, Kentucky speaking out ahead of a looming decision there in the Breonna Taylor police shooting case. Crews have been busy boarding up windows downtown, and concrete barriers are being moved to restrict vehicle traffic. There are now 2 states of emergencies, one by the mayor, one by the police. The interim police chief says his department does not know what the grand jury will decide or when the attorney general might make an announcement, but he's taking steps now to protect the people.
In the community, we've all heard the rumors. We all know something is coming. We don't know what it is. It's unknown to all of us. And quite frankly, we hope that all of this is simply not needed, that it will be a peaceful situation.
Breonna Taylor was shot and killed by police March the 13th while officers were serving a warrant at her apartment.
President Trump plans to announce his nominee. Tribute, though, from a couple of New York City artists to late Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. They changed the mosaic tile signs at the 50th Street station to read Ruth Street. Where is it? Don't see it. But there it is. So it's made from tape and markers so they can remove it very easily. But you see how they did that there. But very special tribute and an easily changeable one.
Yeah, it looks pretty authentic there, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. They did a pretty good job with tape and markers.
Yeah, they did. A $5,000 donation today for a food bank to help provide some COVID relief. Golden Harvest Food Bank receiving the money from KMO Facility Solutions and Supplies. The president of that company said, "We both strive to serve the community, and the health of individuals in our communities is our top priority." The $5,000 means more than 18,000 meals.
Okay, just ahead, a surgical procedure seeing a boost in recent months because of the pandemic. We're going to explain what it is in 90 seconds.
We are expecting to stay dry and cool at least for the next 48 hours, but rain is in forecast later this week. Have a look at it coming up.
We know a lot of hospitals put a hold on elective surgeries once the pandemic started, but now there's one type of procedure that is on the rise.
And if you think it's something with your lungs or your nasal cavity, you're dead wrong. Plastic surgery is becoming more popular. Doctors say it's thanks in large part to the pandemic and the new way a lot of us are doing our jobs. Chris Martinez explains.
David Rosenberg says his services are in high demand.
So it's definitely Botox and fillers.
The Beverly Hills plastic surgeon has seen a swell of patients, old and new, coming in with what he calls Zoom anxiety, thanks to the new normal of interacting with others on camera.
People have been seeing themselves up close on these Zoom meetings, and it's freaking them out. They can come in for either some Botox or get their lips done, throw on a mask, have that covered for recovery over the weekend, and then be back Zooming on Monday.
Doctors say many patients are seeking surgery to take advantage of home quarantine, allowing them to quietly have procedures done and avoid being seen while they recover.
There are no parties, so everybody wants to get in and have a facelift. Everyone wants to get in and get their mommy makeover done.
But vanity isn't the only motivation behind the surgery spike. When the pandemic first began, COVID-19 fears forced the cancellation of many procedures, and doctors are now having to catch up.
I was a little concerned about doing my surgery during a pandemic.
Laura Lowry had to reschedule a procedure to have her breast implants removed because of a complication. Her doctor's new enhanced safety procedures eased her concerns. Most plastic surgeons require their patients test negative for COVID-19 before allowing their surgery to take place.
It made me feel safer to do the surgery.
Dr. Rosenberg says he's also seeing patients who have more time and money on their hands.
Not spending money on movies, travel, dining. I can put that money to, having some spoiling of myself at home. Almost like a staycation except for your face.
He anticipates as the pandemic continues, the surge in business will too.
Did you catch that, Laura? A staycation for your face.
Yeah, nothing will keep you quite as honest as bad lighting with a Zoom screen right up in your face.
No doubt about it. But if you have friends who've changed a lot since March, you might know what they've been up to. Having a staycation for the face.
Yeah, everybody's like, yee!
Let's have a look outside. Our camera over at Wheeler Road. Traffic flowing nicely over there. Feels good out there today, Riley, on this first day of fall.
Definitely does, Richard, and we're starting to see a little bit of cloud cover move in, and actually these clouds are thanks to Beta. So even though Beta is still a good ways away from us, that center close to the Houston metro, we're starting to see some of that upper level cloud cover move in, but not expecting any rain from Beta until most likely Thursday night and throughout the day Friday. We're starting to see this storm pick up its pace a little bit, starting at least bumped up 5 miles an hour from 2 miles an hour earlier today, so that is a positive sign. Still dealing with some heavy rain across Texas and Louisiana the next 24, 48 hours. And then that tropical moisture is going to work its way towards us. So we are expecting the remnants of Beta to move through most likely during the day Friday. And it could bring these rain totals up over an inch in a few spots across the CSRA. Last week we had some spots get over 7 inches. So we're not expecting the significant rainfall that we saw with Sally last week. But this is still enough to produce some good little downpours out there. And unfortunately, this one particular model, the European model, showing some higher totals in those areas that saw the worst from Sally last week. So we're hoping we can shift that a little bit the next few days. But any plans for your Friday, I would anticipate the chance for rain there. And heading into the weekend, just depending on the eventual speed of this system moving off towards our east, we are keeping the chance for rain Saturday and Sunday. Now, for Thursday night into Friday morning, the Weather Prediction Center has included some of our area underneath this marginal flash flood risk. So we were showing this map a good bit in anticipation of Sally moving through last week. This marginal risk is not too concerning at the moment, but we're going to keep an eye on it. If we start to see better confidence in just those higher rain totals, then we will have to bump up that threat a little bit. But looking at the Savannah River here, courtesy of EarthCam, beautiful afternoon, 73 degrees after hitting a high of only 75 this afternoon. So about 10 degrees below average for this time of year. We are going to hang on with some cloud cover this evening and tonight, but overall still getting on the cool side, down into the low 50s by tomorrow morning. And your Wednesday afternoon, we are expecting below average highs again with more clouds than sun. Unfortunately, the sky should kind of look like this tomorrow, just a good steady layer of high level clouds. But nonetheless, still seeing highs a little bit warmer than today, reaching close to 80. But there's the clouds from Beta moving in this evening and tonight. Still able to cool off into the 50s by early tomorrow morning. These clouds are not going to bring any rain with them throughout the day Wednesday. So just kind of a cloudy day out there, but still very comfortable. Should be a fantastic weather day on Wednesday. Those higher rain chances head our way Thursday night and then last through the weekend.
Okay, Riley, thanks. We've seen this before on the Georgia coast. Hundreds of whales now in Australia beaching themselves. Now the race is on to save them.
Senate Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Such an amazing find. A trove of ancient stone coffins discovered in an Egyptian tomb, and they're thought to be more than 2,500 years old. Dozens of coffins found at a burial site near Cairo earlier this month. Then on Sunday, they found 14 more. Each sarcophagus appears to be completely sealed up, and researchers believe they haven't been touched since they were put there so many years ago.
Okay, here's some good news for the stressed out moms out there. Costco is bringing back its wine advent calendar this year. And I can confirm they do have it at our Costco in Augusta. Just a little research for you. But each box comes with 24 half bottles of imported wine for each day from December 1st until Christmas. It'll cost you about $100. But if you're looking for it, it's not in the wine section right now. It's right in that front area where they try to lure you in with all the things you don't need.
Wow, that is very specific information.
So keep your eyes open as you walk in the front door.
Are you allowed to double up on a day if you miss a wine day? The next day, do you double up? You got to keep up somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's also, I like those chocolate ones. You can pair your chocolate advent calendar with your wine advent calendar.
I'm sure this video is about to run out, so we have to move on. Rescuers working around the clock to free hundreds of beached whales on an Australia island. Around 270 pilot whales beached themselves on the coast of the island of Tasmania today. It's the same kind of whale that beached itself on the Georgia coast last year. You might remember the video of the people in the surf trying to push them out. Rescuers have saved dozens of these animals so far. They worry, though, they won't be able to save them all in time.
Yeah, pilot whales can grow up to 23 feet long. They can weigh up to 3 tons, so moving just one is quite the undertaking. But researchers are saying they think this is a natural phenomenon, but I don't know. I think they might need to do a little more research. I don't know how natural it is for this many of these guys to just beach themselves.
Yeah, certainly a mystery there.
All right, heading off to the bus stop tomorrow morning. We are expecting another cool start down into the low 50s. Have a look at a warm-up for the weekend coming up.
Before we knew
Message.
We're not expecting a big rise in our temperatures anytime soon, but we are going to start to see those rain chances go up the next few. So we should stay rain-free Wednesday and Thursday, so I'd keep your sprinklers on. But by Friday, those rain chances appear to be high enough to where you'll likely get some natural waterworks for your garden and lawn. So looking good that way. But as we head into the weekend, unfortunately, any outdoor plans for the weekend, you could be dodging a few showers both Saturday and Sunday. Not expected to be all-day washouts, though, so we should see plenty of dry weather as well, even though those rain chances are there. Now, as far as temperatures go, we're going to start getting warmer, especially at night. Those low temperatures back in the mid-60s by Friday morning.
Riley, thanks very much. That's going to wrap it up for News 12 first at 5. But be sure to stay with us. News 12 at 6 o'clock continues after a short break. We'll see you then.
If you have COVID-19, what do these